Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now. There's the header!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
And here's Cruyff. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Lovely bit of skill. Cross neat shot at goal! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Oh, that is a gem. The audacity to try it, and he made it count.
Well, you'd want to go and congratulate him for that. Just brilliant technique, and even better, that speed of thought.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Takes a shot! And that's a tidy finish. They are purring, truly purring. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he's intervened well there. Michael. And it's Lam. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That's an excellent interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Great vision. Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Good pressure, determined, intense. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. It's their second corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. France have the chance to go the other way. He's found space here. Maicon has it out wide and in space. Mateus. 30 minutes gone. Nice looking ball. He's on it. Can he get away? It's Ibrahimovic! relentless, just relentless. And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
A case now of complete control. Desai makes the interception. Can he get it through? Can he get onto this? Rafael Varane. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Maicon. Marcelo. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hazard purring through the gears. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, good take in a good area. Hazard. And now the breakaway. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, look at the space here. And that's been... And the shot! And he's stuck it away! And they are right back with it! And that is indeed the final act.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Lahm. Cruyff. Oh, strongly challenged there. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And it's Marcelo. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Hazard. Maicon picks it up out wide. And a header! And that's in! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
France now just needing one.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Hazard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Lahm. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Shifted it to the flank. Hazard played with finesse. Chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
France have their second corner now.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 20, Ibrahimovic. Le numéro 16, Lam. Le numéro
Bale
19,
with the short one.
Hazard.
Drill. Can he finish? It's anyone's ball now.
Le numéro 9, Bale.
France
Le
really
numéro
are
21,
going about things in the right
Messi.
fashion, Peter.
Changement.
It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Played into space. That's good vision. Lovely. Now then. France can breathe again. Just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Looking for options for movement. Madrid do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
There's the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
France have their third corner.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24, le numéro 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Maldini can get it clear.
Le numéro 14, Sidorf. Le numéro 17.
That's going to go a long way. That's headed upfield. Vieira has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Can he get on the end of this?
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That looks a good ball through. And it's Hazard. Over to the right flank. Ah, such a clever touch. Referee has just said play on. Varane did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And the shot's on here. Maicon. And this is Messi. Maicon's cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Šeško being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here. France really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Lam is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Up towards the front line. Adriano is herring after that one. I think we're just about done here. Messi has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight.
Temps additionnel.
Looking tidy in possession here. Lam. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And this is Paulette. Deftly away. And that's it. Madrid proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. It's a searching pass. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. France with the corner, they're first. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Chips it through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. He's in a great position here. Played out wide. That's tidy. In towards the back stick.
France really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Maicon clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
He's being urged to shoot. That's a decent clearance. Marcelo, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Oh, this looks sharp. Hazard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Lahm. Oh, such a clever touch. Lahm plays it in. Ibrahimovic finds himself offside. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
And he is dashing away. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Mateus! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Maicon's cross. Chance, surely! Same again, same outcome.
France really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. There will be a throw-in. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. Mateus. Lahm. Looking for options for movement. Here's Vieira. Now, can they get him away? That's good vision. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Mateus. Hazard. France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Lahm making good progress on the right-hand side. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Vieira. It's a pretty loose pass. He won't be happy with that one. Nesta. He's found a way past. Spread it left. That's good play. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cruyff. And that brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. And he was alert to it. Now he's off and running. Vieira wins the duel this time. Marcelo. It's a good run down the right. Lahm. Knocks it into space. Lahm. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely weighted ball. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Ibrahimovic really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Desailly is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Lahm. Mateus. And it's Maicon. Mateus running with intent. That has been slung wide. Real chance here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bullet being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Maicon cuts it out. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Maicon. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And he's quick to return it. Mateus to Hazard. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
And it's Lahm. Vieira. Cruyff. And it's Lahm. Mateus. Oh, that was vital. Mateus. France have a free kick.
changement pour la France. Le numéro 19, Hazard. Le numéro 20, Ibrahimovic. Le numéro 7,
Vieira.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Le numéro 24.
Good read, needed to be.
Lam.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to
Maicon.
maintain the
Alors
energy
place,
and dynamism
Le
until the
numéro
very
18,
end, though.
le numéro 17, le numéro 21, Messi.
And here's
Le numéro
Dembele.
14,
And it's
Seedorf.
Seedorf.
Le numéro 9, Bale. Le numéro 4.
A lot of
Changement.
space here, a real opportunity. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Chooses to go cross-field.
That's a great ball cross-field. Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Seedorf. Messi. 5 minutes left on the clock. Not the most accurate pass. Driving forward. He shifted it to the flank. Hazard has the space to scheme. Looking, can he finish? Oh, that could be pivotal! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Madrid now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question. How long is there left, including stoppages?
Madrid clearly now in... And time is up. Madrid have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, Here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now,
And the shots! He's delivered all right!
well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Oh, good play! And there's a goal! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Chance! Oh, and again! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And it's Azar. 2 down already, a nightmare start. Hazard picks it up out wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, super ball!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
There's a searching pass. Chance to deliver. And a header! That's another chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's a poor one. And that has gone straight into touch. Not the most convincing of passes. Now he's off and running. Marcelo. Marcelo running with the ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mateus did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Comes under pressure, and it's come loose.
Madrid really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Mateus! And for a moment, time stood still. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's a sharp little ball here. Ibrahimovic. He's looking wide. Lahm delivers. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Great leap! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
That has been cut short. Varane cuts it out. Cruyff. For Lahm. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Can he get onto this? Corner it is. It's their second corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. It's a promising position. Aimed at the far side. Terrific effort! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are disappearing out of sight. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
France find a position of real strength now. He's had it taken off him. Marcelo just loves to go forward whenever he can. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mateus. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Ronaldo gets into a good position. Oh, nice touch. Mateus wins the duel this time.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's in plenty of space here, and he's picked it up out wide. This looks promising. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Jonathan, et qui porte une casquette bleue, attend ses parents au secrétariat du club. Jonathan, casquette bleue.
Away we go again.
Madrid really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't...
He leaps for it! Goal! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Superb timing to generate that power through a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
So could they be onto something here? Nicely intercepted. Ibrahimovic, decent chance! Oh, that could be pivotal!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
And there was his third, and real chance! Oh, good finish! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 19.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Le numéro 20.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this?
Le numéro 17.
Laid out wide.
Le numéro 23.
Hangs one in. Towering header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 3 coming up. Space for him to turn and look. That has been knocked away. And now they can spring out of defence. Threads one in. He's on it. Can he get away? Brilliantly cut out.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Hullet looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
That is lovely. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24. Le numéro 22. Maicon. Le numéro 16.
Roberto Carlos.
Lam. Le numéro 7. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Roberto Carlos making
Le
good
numéro
progress.
14. Seedorf. Le numéro
And
2.
he's forced to go back.
Le numéro 12. Le numéro 21. Messi. Changement.
No way through. Cafu has got himself a free kick. And it's Roberto Carlos. That's tidy. Roberto Carlos delivers. Out of play for a goal kick. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. Roberto Carlos. Rice tries to pass it through. He's found the way through. Ball comes in. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And they can counter here. Nicely weighted ball. Looking for the run. Messi. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Throw in. Desailly, not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Couldn't squeeze it through. Haaland, over to the right flank. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Corner number 2 then. Buffon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. France are looking to go forward now. Rice. Cafu. And it's Rice. Hazard. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Vieira. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He is through here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Azar. Haaland. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Azar. Aimed beyond the defence. No, it's come to nothing. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn a seemingly deep-line defence into a more dangerous attacking outfit. This system will allow plenty of attacking numbers without necessarily compromising on that discipline.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Lahm tries to play it through. Delivers with wit. Towering header! Crossbar comes to the rescue. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings the power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Mateus, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Looking for a runner. That's good vision. And he welcomes it in. Distributed tidily. And that has been cleared. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mateus. And this is Ronaldo. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Maicon, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Marcelo. Lahm, very much a man of this moment. That's Maldini. Over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Great vision. Mateus in acres of space out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He is through here. Tries to... He leaps for it. And it's hit the woodwork and out. Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Van der Sar gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Mateus has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Lahm. Maicon. And it's Azar. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Mateus. Nesta. Vieira is always looking to break lines. Vieira stood his ground strongly. And he's managed to get free. Oh, good effort! It's hit the crossbar. That's really well cleared. Vieira. Look at the... And a chance! Goal! France! And France are in front. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
France, oh, that is asking for trouble. Now the ball's gone astray. Flings in across. He's having a shot! And that's in. And they're threatening to fly away here. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Mateus shapes to shoot! It's a goal! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. And that is indeed the final act. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Well, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second period is underway.
Madrid really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Mateus is onto this, and it's Vieira. Cristiano Ronaldo. Hazard, who can single-handedly make a difference. Mateus showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Desai, now he's off and running. Vieira. And it's Cruyff. To Lahm. Mateus! He's got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Oh, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
France can breathe again, just.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Cruyff. Good take, and is he in? Madrid have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Bullet being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Lahm. Cruyff going forward. Desai is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Gabriel, oh, easy pickings there, not where it came from. Mateus, Desai spots it and intercepts. Marcelo. Now the delivery. Gabriel is there and he can get that clear. Oh, sweet feet. Vieira. Oh, really cute. What a shot at goal!
Madrid clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Mateus, can they find an extra gear here? And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! And no, he had to, and yet he could not.
Ibrahimovic has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. And it's Lahm. Maicon. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Azar is wide and looking to get onto this. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
All
19,
hands on deck for this one.
Hazard. Le numéro 20, Ibrahimovic. Le numéro 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Le numéro 24, le numéro 16, Lam. À leur place, le numéro 17.
Last-ditch
le
defending,
numéro
but that'll
18,
do.
le numéro 23, le numéro 14,
Showing good feet.
Sidor. Le numéro 12.
Drives it in.
Attention, changement.
That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, that was the second half.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up. So our quest to find the winner continues. Oh, it's Seedorf. Maicon. Marcelo is one whose deliveries we all know about. Hullet. For Maicon. Maicon. Oh, that's nice. This looks promising. And this is Adriano. Chance for a shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench. Oh no, what has happened here? Well, now he can... And he shoots! And he's stuck it away! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
That's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
He's had a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Hullet. Varane cuts it out. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Dembele. Can he spark a counter here? He's found a way through. And that should get the job done. Well, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Haaland. Now who's going to be first to this? So just 15 minutes still to come. So was this when the game was won? Logic and experience would certainly suggest that, but who knows what the game still has to offer.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 22.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes?
Le numéro 4.
This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Takes a shot! Dembele, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. That's good running with the ball. Gullit. Seedorf has found the net here, of course. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Thuram. Gullit. Threads one in. And this is Gullit. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now the breakaway. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Thuram. Azar. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Rice.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieira. It's Roberto Carlos. And this is Azar. Dembele. Gullit. Vieira. Front. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are real chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Marcelo just loves to go forward whenever he can. That's an imaginative pass. Maicon spots it and intercepts. Well, plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Yeah, of course.
Desailly. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
That is ended up in no man's land. Maicon is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Maicon plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Maicon.
That was lovely, that.
Cristiano Ronaldo is wide and looking to get onto this. That'll be a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Matthäus! Oh, it's come loose.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lahm might just make this. Hazard. Can he get on the end of this? Lahm plays it in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good ball, that too.
And this is Ronaldo. So, what can they make of this?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Vieira. Threads one in. Oh, that was vital. Vieira is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Looking for options for movement. France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Hazard driving through the middle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Marcelo. Vieira. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Chance for a shot! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Good play on the left-hand side here. Lahm, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Maicon. That's Vieira. And it's Hazard. Spread to the right. Hazard. Maicon's cross. Desailly is there, and he can get that clear.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Oh, important interception. And that signals the end of the first period. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So the first half brought no goals. Maicon. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward, just eases him off the ball. Hazard, Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then. And that should get the job done.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mateus. And it's Maicon. That is lovely. Maicon's cross. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Vieira was in no mood for any of that. Mateus, never out of the action for very long. Bullet being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
France do have a chance to counter here. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Ibrahimovic is the guilty party there. So we have movement on both benches.
Le numéro 20, Ibrahimovic. Le numéro 19,
Messi.
Hazard.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Le numéro 17,
Roberto Carlos is one of the key
Messi.
ingredients in the team's attack. Knocks it into space. Showing good feet. And it's Vieira. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Gullit.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's had it nicked away. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Hazard. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Now he's off and running. Roberto Carlos. And it's hoisted clear. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Madrid present their opponents with the best possible chance here.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
Drama
16.
over the penalty spot.
Lam. Le numéro 22. Maicon. Le numéro 24. À leur place, le numéro 2. Le numéro 12.
1-0, just one winner. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7.
So we have further
Cristiano
activity on the bench
Ronaldo.
here, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
France have broken through, it's 1-0.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think. They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And this is Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vieira. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good pressure, determined, intense. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Defending was strong and firm. Done delicately. He's in plenty of space here. And it's claimed by the keeper.
France surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
5 minutes left on the clock. Haaland. And it's Rice.
Madrid really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Hazard. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ambitious ball here. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Played with finesse. And he's in on. There's the shot! And there's a goal! And this is getting better and better.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Le numéro 23.
France have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Hazard going forward. It's Hazard! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
And that's it. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome, in the end, virtually unavoidable.
Chers spectateurs.
Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both...